So I just got my hair cut today, came home and trimmed my beard, and then I set the camera up for you guys because I'm going to walk you through the steps on how I trim my mustache currently, right? So I've got a nice full mustache blended into my short beard, trimmed along the lip line so it looks really neat, but also nice and full. So I'm going to show you all the steps, so hang tight. Welcome, my name's Brian. This is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. Thank you so much for joining me. I've done tons of beard trimming videos. We've done several videos on the mustache. So if you're interested in growing out your mustache into a kind of separate mustache or handlebar mustache, I've done videos on that. I've had a big, huge mustache, as you can see in this picture. It gets pretty fierce if I don't tame it. And I do like the separate mustache look for me, but right now this is what I'm rocking. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, and I'll show you the video in just a second, but I've got my Brio Beardscape version 2 with the 6mm guard on. We're going to be taking some of the bulk out because my mustache is really bulky. If I don't do anything to it, it gets really, really thick, like a big caterpillar, or looks like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. You guys know who that is. And then I go through and use my Brio Axis trimmer right along the lip line to kind of carve that out. And then I go in and do a little precision work with some very small mustache scissors. And then also we kind of comb it out in between. I've got the Chicago comb Model 1 here, I think it is. I got some Kent combs. Some of that stuff we'll be using. I'll put links to all that stuff below. If you're interested in the Brio products, I do have an affiliate code. You can use the code BANJO and get you some exclusive savings. All right, enough of that. Here we go. Walk you through. So the first thing I do is comb my mustache straight down for me. If my mustache always wants to go to the right, that's the way my wave goes, if you will. So I'm kind of fighting this side, kind of fighting against it. So you may need to focus more on one side, or to do a couple passes, right? You may have to comb it down and trim, and then comb it a little bit more and aggravate it and see what pops out on you, and then do it again. So it may be a more than once process, but it goes pretty quickly for me here. So I've got the 6 guard on. I'm going straight down, like I said, to take some bulk out. You may not need to do that. My dad does not need to do that. His mustache is not as thick as mine, so he can just kind of eliminate that step. I trim his mustache and beard a lot, and you can just go through and get his with scissors at the bottom, and maybe a little bit of work here with the comb on the sides, but you don't need to take the bulk out of every mustache. Mine needs it for the look I'm going for right now. Okay, you can see how long it was. I was about a week or 2 away from being able to completely separate that if I wanted to, because mine grows kind of like the big old Fu Manchu. Sits on top if I don't do some blending in. So I tried straight down, and then it's like, no, that's not quite enough. So I turn it to the side. You don't want to go up or against the grain, because then it's going to get too short on you, possibly. All right, depends on the look you're looking for, but I'm going for the full look, but still nice and neat. All right, so now I'm going in with my Axis trimmer. I have the additional T-blade on mine that you can purchase. You don't need that. I just happen not to change it out. So edging everything out. Notice it's right along the lip line. I see a lot of guys or barbers, maybe barbers because you're only going back once a month. And if you don't trim it short enough, then a month later it's going to be way too long. That you have like too much, like, you got your lips here, then you got skin way above it showing. And it starts to look a little bit funny to me, at least for the look that I'm going for right now. But whatever works for you is fine. But I would rather keep it right at my lip line and trim it myself every 1 to 2 weeks. Than have it go too short and look kind of out of sorts. All right, so I'm just combing it out again, and then if I remember right here, yeah, I'm going in with the little scissors, and what'll happen is you just catch a little bit more, you get a little bit more shape to it. A lot of times those little bitty baby vellus hairs, those are the ones that kind of hide behind there. You have to kind of dig them out. And then for me, I do a little work here in the middle to kind of make it look like a little triangle, a little fishtail. And my mustache wants to go this way. So I go straight up with it for me. It gives me a little bit more separation to give a little more definition. For me, works. You may not need to do that or want to do that. And then I'm just kind of edging things out along the sides. You can do that with trimmers or a straight razor. I'd rather just kind of do it this way. And then also if your mustache goes really high all the way up into your nose and your nose hairs, you can separate that if you want. By the way, I'll be doing a video soon on your nose hair, ear hair, and eyebrows coming up very soon. So be looking for that. And then one thing I noticed here is it still wasn't blending in quite as much as I wanted to. So there's a couple options I had. I could have used my comb and then put it in and then pull it out a little bit and then zip the top of that with my clippers. But in this case, I decided to use my tongue and make this region pop out a little bit more, and then I could catch a couple more of those hairs, and that did enough for me on this time. And I play around with different techniques, trying to learn as much as I can. But in this case, I just stuck my tongue in there and was able to take off a few more hairs, get my mustache to blend in just a little bit better. And I think that's just about it. Let's comb it out one more time. And once again, you may have to come back and do the little scissors a couple more times there along your lip line. And yep, that is it. So as you can see, I think it turned out pretty well. You have to let me know. Do you like the way it looks? I know some of you guys, if you've been watching my channel a long time, you liked it when I had the big gnarly mustache and a little bit longer beard, but my wife likes this. I like this. I kind of got it used to this particular style. So I'm going to keep that for a while. But hope that you found something that could be useful. Let me know what kind of mustache are you rocking these days, and be looking for another video soon. Like I said, we're going to finish it off with eyebrows, ear hair, and nose hair video coming up very soon, because as I've gotten into my 40s and mid 40s and now my later 40s, the older I get, the more wild, random hairs you get in places you don't want. Anyway, be looking for that soon, and we'll be seeing you. And thanks so much for watching.